Today I've decided to take apart this clock radio, because it fell on the floor, and as you can see, it is no longer working. Taking things apart is fun, and I have nothing to lose because it's already broken and we got a new one. The first thing that is important to do when you're going to take something apart is to unplug it. Unplugged, it is super not working. Be aware of warnings, even if you're going to disregard them. Next, we need to find all of the places where the screws are. I found all of mine on the back and the bottom. And you take your trusty screwdriver and you start to unscrew things. This may take more or less work, depending on the condition of the screws. Also depending on the length of the screws. This is an alarm clock that Shannon and I found on the side of the road one day, and which has served us very well. Sometimes the screws live in funny little holes that make it hard to see when they are all the way unscrewed or not, to make it difficult to remove them. These screws happen to be quite long. The fun part is coming up soon though, because I think that these are the only 4 screws. So once they are done, look at how long that is. Come on now, you two. Excitement. You want to try and be careful not to take things apart too violently, because sometimes you might actually be able to fix something by taking it apart, rather than just have it all come open. Alarm clock guts. Rah. Unless I'm much mistaken, this part is the radio. And this part is the clock. This part is the cat, stealing your screws. Afterwards, make sure that you wash your hands in the sink, because you don't know what you might have been touching inside of this thing that you were taking apart. And here's your pile of bits. Bits. And empty clock shell. Probably the most important thing about this to check before you start irreparably damaging things for the sake of exploration is to make sure that you couldn't actually fix the problem, because at this point I fixed the clock kind of by accident, but there's also really no way for me to put this all back together as a functional alarm clock, because I kind of separated the speaker. But yeah, so that's funny. Make an effort to try and fix things, guys. If you can, it saves money. Just do so carefully. Today I've decided to take apart this clock radio, because it broke, and it's broken, so it's fun to take things apart. No.